Okay. This is attempt number... I think it's 5 at this point. I'm utterly exhausted. Or I shouldn't have attempted to do this as late at night as I did. But I had the time to spare, so I figured why the hell not. Of course, the answer is in... Oh god damn it. Yep, this is probably not going to be the successful attempt because I missed the parry right off the bat. Yeah, for anyone who didn't know, you can parry, I think, pretty much all of this guy's attacks. Except for, like, the double swings, maybe? For any single swing, you can parry. Because they're both great swords, and great swords can be parried if they're one-handed. I think that still applies to PvE as well as PvP. I don't know why I'm bothering to recite all of this, but I'm probably going to have to do it again in, like, 5 minutes. If not earlier. And yeah, he does eventually stagger too. I don't know if that's purely because I'm using a blunt weapon or whether you could do that with any weapon, you know, eventually. Who knows? Interestingly enough, he has some really weird timings for, like, the onset of his attacks. I probably saw a couple of times there that he does, like, his backhand swipe to get you when you're behind him. But when he decides to do that, isn't always clear. It's like I was clearly on his left-hand side and he attempted to swipe from his right to centre. Presumably he started initiating that attack while I was, you know, doing else things. Oh, fuck. I'm actually in phase 2. I was too busy talking, I actually didn't notice. Yeah, phase 2 is a weird one. It's like the primary boss just stands there and waits for his shadow clone there to initiate an attack. He doesn't attack you until the clone does. It's a weird little setup. Oh, and I rolled way too early for that. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of things in this game that you can't reaction, like, roll to. At least I find you can't anyway. Like, the subtle delay is meant to screw you over if you do, and I actually won. Oh, okay. Apparently we're continuing now. I did not think that was going to happen. Which is weird. I mean, yeah, okay. Apparently talking bollocks and not concentrating on what you're doing in the fight is actually the way to win. Who knew, right? Who knew? My throat is utterly screwed right now, I really should. I'm going to go ahead and drink, but I'll see you folks in a moment. Okay, back again. Hey, Silas, don't we have a quest item from you?
I have not thanked you for your generous rescue.
No, you have not.
That dark spirit was one of Rosario's fingers. Vile bastard offspring who lurk in the dark.
Yes, fingers indeed.
My sworn enemies.
Oh yes, diabolical, truly.
Fearsome invaders, to say the least.
Oh yes, he was quite the challenge, wasn't he?
Alone. You have my deepest gratitude.
Well, thank you. Now I'm just blushing. You give me a mail breaker as your deepest gratitude? And you gave me the kitty ring.
If you
Oh,
require
chicka bow
help
wow.
on your travels,
Oh, never mind.
my sign.
Yeah, from this point on, she'll be summonable in certain boss fights. Don't know if I'm actually going to bother summoning her, because I think most of the ones that, as I recall at least, that she can be summoned for, she actually makes the fight harder. Because she just ups their HP pool to a ridiculous amount. A lot of these are bosses you want to get rid of as quickly as you can, ideally. Especially once they enter second phase. We'll see. Not sure if I'm going to actually keep that blessed mailmaker around. I mean, it could be useful. Both for reposting with and also... I can have it out at the same time as the shield and get additional HP regen. I don't know yet. Perhaps if I can find like a weapon that just does decent damage as a, as a blessed weapon. I might have that as my main weapon and the shield is blessed. I don't know. Probably not though, because I've already set up for what's essentially a quality build with miracles, so... Well, that said, I mean... Actually, can you? I think you can respec in this game. I don't know if you have to be a member of Rosario's Fingers to do it though. Whether you can just go to her and have her do it. I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, well. Extra health. Extra health always helps. Helps you not die as quickly, I find. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Speaking of which, did I get anything good for the Pontiff's soul? I can't remember. I think I get some swords. Yep. Okay, is that all? I thought I got a spell as well. No, it's just the swords, isn't it? It's the Profane Greatsword, which is basically a Chaos Fire Greatsword. And the Sword of Judgment, which is a sword that comes with like its own Dark Moon buff, essentially. As I recall. Neither of which is useful to us, of course. I think they both require intellect
Very well.
to wield correctly. Not faith weapons. Which is strange considering the man's a pontiff. I don't know. You know, the head of his own church and all the rest of it. Seems a bit weird, but there you go. Okay, it would be interesting actually if they gave the man a bit sort of stronger ties, I think. He's wielding the Profane Greatsword, so he's presumably been to the remains of Eliam Lois / Izalith at some point. And interacted with the Chaos Flame, because he's got a weapon that's essentially imbued with it. I don't think he ever really makes much of it in terms of the lore. I mean, there's some interesting implications, like the fact he's taken over Anor Londo and imprisoned members of the royal family, etc. Like he's trying to usurp the First Flame with the Chaos Flame is sort of the implication. But it doesn't really give you any more detail in that direction. I mean, he wouldn't be the first person to attempt to do that. I mean, sort of Eliam Lois was sort of built on the same idea of trying to control and wield the Chaos Flame as opposed to the First Flame. As a substitute. Not that it really worked, but that's the idea.
Lordship's last reward?
Yeah, looks like. It's kind of a shit job, really, in this universe. You get a couple of centuries of glory and, you know, all the power and all the bitches, but in the end you get burnt alive and then resurrected to be burnt alive again and again and again and again. And if you dare resist, some guy with an amazing moustache and a small hammer beats the crap out of you and drags your corpse back to be burnt again. So yeah, welcome to Dark Souls. Welcome to Dark Souls. I'm spending so many hours not talking. What's the hours, you know? Probably about 40 minutes I think it was in total. Between like taking breaks to go get, you know, snacks and whatnot in between pontiff fights. My throat has apparently attempted to close itself, which is always irritating. I do sometimes wonder if what's going on that happens like with my voice and my throat sometimes. Well, that's like the early warning signs of like the sleep apnea and such that affects my grandfather. Occasionally, it literally does feel like occasionally like my throat just occasionally just, I know I've said that word far too many times, but as if the throat just closes. It's a pretty horrible sensation. You have to sit there just sort of swallowing repeatedly to clear it and, you know, restore normalcy to your voice and everything else. It's not good, to put it mildly. Not good at all. Actually, did I include the footage where I... Nah, never mind. We'll find out in a sec. I'm going to try this real quick. Setting up a different ring setup, you see. We'll have both... I don't know if both the rings' boosting effects will actually stack. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. But, I should probably... Oh, I'm going to mess around with it. I should probably actually experiment, really, and, you know, go out into the wilderness, as it were, find some low-level enemies, and just chuck lightning spears at them with, you know, various wings, equipped or unequipped, to see what happens. I mean, that's what I should do. I know that. In fact, I might go and do that quickly. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'll rejoin you guys once I've done that. Hey there, folks. Yeah, we're good now. So, as far as I can tell, the ring effects do stack. I'm reasonably certain they do anyhow. All I need to do now is finish upgrading my talisman properly and actually finish pumping stats into Faith. Where are you going? Oh, right, there's a dude down the bottom of those stairs, isn't there? Okay, I remember now. You're also hoping that if you run away as I approach, I'll feel emboldened to chase you and run straight face first. Yeah, there he is. Straight face first into that dickhead. Yeah, that's not happening. So what we shall do is quickly pop a red bug pellet for a bit of extra fire defense. And then go give him a tanky spank. Ah, nice try. Doesn't really work that way. Oh, there's one of you too. Hi. I wonder how that works actually. You got like your fire dude and your ice dude. Surely they've got to be in like constant conflict or something. Aren't you the prettiest ballerina? Twirl for me. Or barf affinity at me. Or pursuers, whatever you want to call it. Nice. Ow. Be sure I needed that. Jackass. Okay. Oh, for peace sake. One at a time. I don't have a crowd control weapon. Or a crowd control spell, actually. I probably should have equipped emit force instead. That might have been more useful in this setup. Come to think of it. Oh god. My turn. I thought I was still locked on. I was trying to circle and backstab you. Like this. But apparently I was not locked on. Is my fire buff actually reducing their magic damage? That'd make no sense if it was, but I could swear that's actually what's happening here. Very strange. Some extra large teat knight. You. Right, swing and a miss, son. Go for it. I win. And whoosh. There we are. That's not bad riposte damage, actually. You know, for a mace, anyhow. There's an item up there, isn't there? I can see the glow. Okay, let's go find out what this is. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's weird, I mean, this alcove pretty much exists exclusively for that dickbag to hide in, so you don't notice him as you're distracted by, like, the runners and the fire witch. It's quite, I think it's, like, pretty much the only example in Dark Souls I can think of off the top of my head. Like a quite literal Doom-style monster closet. Actually, no, it would have to have, like, an illusory wall in front of it that he burst through or something, wouldn't it? That'd be more Doom-style. Oh well. Point being, it's unusual. The only real occasion I think it happens. You mean, you do get occasions where, like, enemies are, like, standing in doorways and things. If you don't look around the room, they'll jump you. That entire setup is made so you cannot, in any circumstance, see him before you encounter him, as it were. It's very pretty. Oh right, this is a thing, isn't it? Alva from Dark Souls 2 randomly turns up and tries to kick the shit out of you with a very weird setup. He's got an arbalist and a Murakumo, which, as far as I'm aware, neither of those were credited as being his weapons. Don't know where he found either of them. Ow! Oh dear god, the Murakumo does a lot of damage. You know, curved greatswords do a ridiculous amount of damage in this game. I found that out the hard way in PvP a couple of times. But especially when they're in the hands of invaders who tend to have... Did you just spin 180 degrees to hit me with that anyway? That something you just did? I'm gonna knock you off a ledge. Yep, I am. Go on, piss off. Well, I'm a Rakumo now. Later, Alva. Give my regards to Zuli. Zulel, or however the hell you pronounce her damn name. Okay. Bonfire. It's been a whole 2 minutes since I found one of those. Again, something a lot of people have noted about Dark Souls 3. They've got a bit of a weird design thing going on where they've decided that, in addition to the usual thing which happens where you kill a boss and, you know, bonfire spawns, more or less. Well, actually no, that never happened in Dark Souls 1, did it? Not per se. That was more of a Demon Souls thing, like defeat boss, receive, warp point. But yeah, so they've done that. And they've also got a thing where, at the beginning of every area, there must be a bonfire. The problem, if you want to call it the problem with that, is you end up in a circumstance where you've got all these, you kill a boss, a bonfire spawns, you walk 5 steps into the next new area, and there's a bonfire. Yeah. I think possibly the most ridiculous example of that's probably, I can't remember where the key for this is. There's an item on the ledge, I can't Oh right, the jump scares, right. Another weird thing they introduced in this. Sometimes the corpses with items, only in this particular area, the dungeon area, will scream after you take their item off them. Sort of reach out as if they want it back. Again, a bit of a weird design choice. Where was I even going with this? But yeah, in circumstance, the worst one being the Dragon Slayer armor one, where you literally walk. It's like 20 feet, maybe. And there you go. Another bonfire. Sort of weird. It's yeah, I don't quite get the idea myself. I think they should have stuck with what they did mostly, at least in Dark Souls 1, where they were just spaced out evenly throughout the world, regardless of what was going on. Like you'd have a bonfire, like say about a quarter of the way into a zone, and then another bonfire 3/4 of the way into the zone, unless the zone looped back on itself anyhow. Meaning that you'd have to walk a little bit into the zone, do a bit of fighting, a bit of challenge to actually get to the bonfire, and then you'd have one that was reasonably close to the boss of the area you're going to fight. In most cases, at least, anyway. Not always. I mean, I think the most infamous one for a lot of people's minds is probably the Capra Demon, which had a bonfire nowhere near it. You had to walk all the way from the upper berg, through the lower and all the thieves and the logs, or unlock the shortcut back to Firelink, and then do that big trek with more enemies, but weaker enemies, and also a longer travel distance. To get back to that boss fight if things went badly. Can you parry punches in this game? Maybe. I got a partial noise out of that. Just gonna puke on me. Never mind then. You're not gonna play the game, son. I'm just gonna punch you in the ass. That's pretty much how we roll here, don't you know? Oh yes. Oh very yes. Well, you can actually see all the way down to the bottom from up here. Including the dudes patrolling down there. They're actually loaded. I didn't realise that. No wonder this area sometimes stutters a bit. Right, you. I don't think I actually need to go down there at all. Like, right down to the bottom, I mean. Need to go to a prison cell somewhere to the left. Where is it? Ah, here we go. But yeah, I don't think I ever need to go all the way to the bottom of that corridor for anything. Magic resin. If you come across any enemies particularly weak to magic, make sure to use that. You! Baby-faced abomination. Yeah. Whoever been designing has clearly been watching my Pt22 LP. Dr. Babyface makes his return. All its terrifying glory. Ah. Oh, by the way, you can hear me clicking on random things. Try to do 1,001 extra things at the same time as playing the game, which probably isn't a good idea. But it is sort of the advantage of having your controller set up and mouse and keyboard control mostly disabled. Well, mouse at least anyway. So I can move my mouse around and click on things without the game swinging my camera around. Bonk, bonk. And bonk, bonk, bonk. Marveloso. What's in here? Oh god. An abomination, that's what. With a magical sword. Of course it got a magical sword. Why would it not have a magical oh god, I fell down. And I got invaded! Excellent! Excellent. Couldn't be happier. In fact, it's actually wait. I can't remember. Is this an NPC invasion or an invasion? I mean, I'm human and online. Actually, I actually don't know. Right, you creature, piss off already. Don't have time for your bullshit. Okay. There's a dude on the way. Kind of wishing I had a proper buff for my weapon right now. Not like a resin, I mean like a proper buff. I heard rolling. Where are you? Oh! Hey, buddy. How's it going? You, wait, what? That was a very risky maneuver there, mate. What exactly would you have done if I'd plunging attacked you? Probably should have, actually. No, never mind. It'll be a duel. A duel, I say, a duel! A fight to the death. Alright, just get an idea of what your playstyle is, son. Alright, big overhead swings, you're two-handed. Ow! Ow! That was a fair bit of... oh, fuck. Run! Before he plunges. Yeah, I know. Don't you judge me. Alright, defense buff. 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 Is he serious? Interesting. Is he actually not going to come down and chase me? I would have chased me. But then again, I'm an invader, not a duelist. Anyone who's played the games long enough will know the difference. Hi, you. Okay. That's fine. That's how we're doing this. That's how we're doing this. Okay. Let's try that again without falling off ledges this time. Punch. Okay. Yep. Smack. Yeah. Didn't quite work out the way I intended. That's 2. Okay, how much stamina do you have? How many swings of that greatsword can you make, basically, is what I'm saying. Because we're about level 50, so I'm predicting probably around about 4. Okay, so running attack plus 2. So yeah, probably about 4 regular swings, I'd imagine. Okay. Okay. Let's chuck a lightning bolt at him, shall we? If I get my FP back anyway. Okay, here we go. Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Keep swinging, that's it. Run out of stamina. 120, fucking hell, that's pathetic. Then again, I've got, like, no faith for my level, so that might actually make sense. Still sucks, but there you go. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Yeah, I'm usually better at parrying online than this, believe it or not. Nah. We got this, it's fine. Oh, fuck. He says his game lagging out all of a sudden. Oh, we're going for the thrust attack, okay. In fact, oh, pissing hell. You know, bugger it. Fine, I don't care. I don't care, you re-heal as well. Come on, go for it. There you go. Okay. Let's do this. I know. I keep falling off the damn ledge. Again, this is probably why I don't duel. I'm used to chasing people through the levels and shit. Dueling I tend to find significantly less interesting. Particularly hard to do when you've got a weapon that has very, very little reach. Doesn't seem to help either. Right, thrust. Actually, do your big combo. I want you to exhaust your stamina for me. There we go. Right. Okay, so yeah. He can't roll properly after 4 full-blown swings. Okay. 1. Nope. Nope. Yeah. I forgot. A lot of the greatswords have hyper arms, so I'm not going to be staggering him anytime soon. Right. Okay, I should have been close enough for that second hit, but like easily, so it should have been. 1, 2, 3, 4. My turn. Right. Keep on him. Don't let him gain enough stamina back to attack. There we go. Probably should have done that from the beginning, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, well. Invader banished. I know that was very long and drawn out. If I'd been able to parry him successfully, that would have been over a lot quicker. But, yeah. What can I say? I'm not actually that good at parrying, especially when I haven't been doing it for a very long time. Like, I take, like, weeks or even months off between recording these sessions. It's kind of insane. Right. Speaking of time off, I might take another break in a sec. I got things I need to go do, so I'll do that. I'll probably set one of these videos to process or edit. Perhaps even upload it. And then turn in for the night, most likely. By the time all that's done. Because it takes forever. It really does. That's where we're going, by the way. The profane capital. Yeah. Right. Need to get that too. Need to remember this. Okay. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye now.